All right, today is August 18, 2026. It is 6:34 a.m. I'm starting a little bit later than usual. Let's go straight on X. Oh, I've been thinking lately. So for ad, like around here, they usually tell you the latest affiliate offer. So let's see what this is about. Let me pause for a second since I'm mentioning it on my channel. That way I could use that to do some ad. Let me see, August 14th to September 5th. You have up to 12.5% from Walmart. Let me see something. First, let me see. Is the boycott still going with Walmart or was it Target? Actually, there is. Walmart recently faced localized and online calls for a boycott after a Wisconsin store fired a 21-year veteran greeter for hugging and fist-pumping customers. Are they? Oh, Jesus Christ. This follows previous coordinated national economic blackout and week-long consumer boycotts organized in 2025 by the People's Union USA targeting local... Oh my God, you could pause and read. I was just starting to think of something. Where is that thing? For me to start doing more of those ad promotion. Okay, let's see here. What is that? Skincare. And September 1st. So that's too recent. And August 26th. That's even too recent. September 8th. Home Depot, Macy's, Blue. These are things I could do some ad about. But let's see, Saks Fifth Avenue, Target, forget Target, Macy's. Which store is that? Barnes and Noble. Okay, let's do Barnes and Noble. Books. Okay, August 13th to September 8th. So if you go to the stores and get, what's the promotion here? Earn commission. Alright, so since I mentioned it in the video, Barnes and Noble. Alright, so when I'm uploading the video, I could put ads for Barnes and Noble. So that's better. Since I even mentioned the other one, they boycott, I could even put that. But it's up to people. Alright, I can't force people to go and do stuff where to buy. I went and looked. The first one that I chose, I'm like, is there a boycott? And yes, there was. There is. All right, so Barnes and Noble it is. Oh, I can even look at kids. What is it? Foot Locker. That's another one because school is coming for shoes. Foot Locker. So yeah, up to 14.3%. All right, so if you're looking for shoes, you could click on my whatever link they're gonna put for kids Foot Locker. All right, so that's that. Let's go back. All right, so I will try to do this a bit more often. If I had planned for it before I start recording, maybe I would have been more organized, but I didn't. It just crossed my mind the moment I started recording. That's the problem. All right, so this is the first tweet here. Let's pause. Okay, the real story even critics can deny. So are the derangers criticizing in a negative way about cookie queens? All right, so let's listen.
Dollars revenue from $327,000 revenue from 446 theaters. It was 15th place in the domestic box office behind a compilation of cat videos. And yes, that's a real thing. So you see the headlines that are doing the rounds, and on paper it's brutal. But here's what the headlines conveniently about. This is a documentary about Girl Scout cookies. It played the family matinee slot at Sundance. It's sitting at 94% on Rotten Tomatoes. Critics genuinely liked this film. The Boston Globe called it honest, sharp, and have more bite than you'd expect from something about cookies and kids. This is not the profile of a disaster. That's the profile of a small, well-made documentary doing exactly what small, well-made documentaries do at the box office, which is very little, because that's not where documentaries make their money or their case.
And this is something Megan had said in one of those interviews, and one of those interviews I've always praised, that journalist who interviewed Megan, I think it was 2022, 23, I'll show you. I have the interview where I said that journalists asked Megan as much question as possible to the short amount of time that she had on the red carpet to ask Megan. That was before a lot of those things Megan was under planning. Megan couldn't wait for the following year to share those things with us. I think it was even before American Orchard or something like that came out and then it scrapped off. Megan said something in that interview that she wants to create things that makes you want to feel good kind of thing.
Something to do with it, but good shows are everlasting.
That's what you're doing now. You have now come into Hollywood in a producerial capacity. What is inspiring you, and as you're kind of looking to make these new projects, what is the thing that is, driving the work that you're going to put out into the business?
Things that make people feel, I was going to say good, but it's more than that. Things that make people feel something, right? And feel a sense of community, but we have so many exciting things on this slate. I can't wait until we can announce them, but I'm just really proud of what we're creating. My husband is loving it too. It's really fun.
We're here anytime you want to make those announcements.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. We'll get in touch then. Yeah.
We're thrilled to have you here as one of our honorees, our alumni. So nice to see you. Thank you so much.
Not everybody or people who's in the business of entertainment will be focusing on this type of cinema, type of movie. Okay? Because this is not what will make them billions of dollars in the box office. Okay? So Megan is catering to the audiences that's been following her since she was even before on Suit with the TIG era. Okay, so this is not for everybody. I even said it, and I was a bit scared to even say it because I try to be as honest as possible, because this Cookie Queens, it's mostly for girls. And long and behold, what I have said is that I don't see guys going to the movies to go watch it, but I could see fathers, similar to, what's that singer, Taylor Swift, where a lot of young girls like her music, and fathers will bring their young daughters to see her concert. And this is where I saw Cookie Queens fall under. And when fathers wants to please their daughters, or even if their daughters are not even aware of some of these, but the fathers come across it and see the positivity of what Megan brings, okay, they will alert their daughters and say, let's go to the movie and see it. This is the category that I see when I mention guys to see Cookie Queens. But the majority of it, it falls under the feel good type of shows that Megan wants to put out for her followers, because Megan have been in that soft, energetic, feel good and learning type of direction. Am I making sense? All right, so I'm not surprised by that at all, and this guy is explaining it very well. Because those derangers, I don't know, they want finished product all the time. They don't know the process of things. And if something is not in mega billions bucks, they don't see the quality of the show with itself. They're just looking at the numbers. And when you look at, it's a long story what I'm thinking, so I don't want to go in that direction. So let's finish listening to him, and I'm moving it back slightly because I paused for a long time with my ranting.
This is not the profile of a disaster. That's the profile of a small, well-made documentary doing exactly what small, well-made documentaries do at the box office, which is very little, because that's not where documentaries make their money or their case. So the real question isn't why didn't this open bigger? The real question is why anyone expected it to. Documentaries about Girl Scouts don't sell out multiplexes. They never have. Put Cookie Queens next to any specialty theatrical documentary release of the last 5 years, and $735 per screen isn't an outlier. It's what should be expected. And there's more to that number than the top line suggests. A movie industry insider tells Celebrity Intelligence a meaningful chunk of that opening weekend came from Girl Scout troops buying out entire screenings, and from parents and Girl Scout alumni actively seeking the film out. That's not a public turning up cold and shrugging. That's the grassroots version of a sellout, dressed up as a per-screen average that looks soft next to a wide release comedy. The distributor strategy by this account was built around exactly that kind of community turnout rather than a broad theatrical push, which makes the flop framing even harder to defend. Which brings us to the part that's actually interesting. If Harry and Meghan knew, or their team knew, that this was never going to be a box office story, why put it in theatres at all? There's a pretty clean answer to that. A theatrical run is the price of admission for awards consideration.
Oh, very interesting. I'd love to hear more of that. Okay, let me pause this. If Cookie Queens made it into the top 10, at number 8, they will say the same shit, that it flopped because it didn't end up in the top 5. They are projecting the hate they feel for a happy couple onto innocent children. Yeah, I literally just posted something here 8 minutes ago, where I just finished edit whatever I was working on, and then I went on the comment. You know, I like to interact with you guys, let you know that I see your comment, put a like or whatnot. And then this Deranger put, no one does quite defend Ford giving the Sussexes a line. And I wanted to say so much, but at the end of the day, I battle up my thought and say, God, please deal with the devils that keep coming under my comment section. There are times you want to say so much, but you don't have time. And I had to black the others so they don't think I'm talking about them as well. But these people, they're just full of it. And the other thing as well,
what did you study?
Let's not forget as well, Megan went to school for that. She understands the industry. She's been working in it, so she knows what works and what doesn't. Oh, this was playing.
What did you study at college?
I double majored theater and international relations, and then I went and worked for the U.S. Embassy for a bit. And
Alright, so let's view some of these videos. Unfortunately, I have to put screenshot.
Let's do it. It's delicious. Agreed.
I think you're gonna very easily sell these. So you have 3 minutes to sell these cookies to the team upstairs.
Alright, what should our sales pitch be?
Great question. We have to brainstorm here.
So there's definitely strawberry and white chocolate. Those are like the big flavors I taste.
But it also has like that good jam.
Yeah, and
but
it's
it's like the gooey jam. But I think we could probably change the name to Berrylicious, cause
Berrylicious badges.
Berrylicious badges. Okay, so you ready? Yeah.
Alright,
Yeah.
let's do
Okay.
this.
On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Berrylicious badges. Let's go. So we all put our very best ideas towards a cookie together, and we got this.
Called the Berrylicious Badges.
These cookies are strawberry jam,
White chocolate
white
drizzle.
chocolate.
And they're very good.
They have
Yes,
some
they are
spices, cinnamon,
Ginger.
and they are perfect for every season.
They're good anywhere for anything.
And
Yes.
we're hoping the customers will like them too.
They're only $1.50 each.
Yes.
And they are worth the
The
price.
taste buds will be happy.
Who wants cookies?
Come get your Girl Scout cookies!
We should sing the song. Come buy some Girl Scout cookies. They're only $1.50. They're only $1.50. Come buy some Girl Scout cookies. They're only $1.50. They're only $1.50.
Come get your Girl Scout cookies!
Get your
Our
cookies
new Girl Scout cookie! One last cookie left!
Thanks for watching, and don't miss Cookie Queens in theaters on August 7th.
Bye!
I shared that before. I should have, not even bother showing it again because due to screenshots and whatnot. Let's see this interview here. I should have focused on this one only.
Life is full of surprises.
Hi, Megan. What's your favorite Girl Scout cookie?
I love shortbread cookies. I mean, everyone loves Thin Mints, but I love thumbprint cookies, so shortbread is good. I dip them in jam.
When we were making this film, I got to travel and taste a lot of cookies over many, many weeks. So don't sleep on the lemonades.
What would you tell yourself as a little girl now?
That life is full of surprises.
Do when you were when you were in school.
I mean, it always goes back to your teachers, I think. I had a great teacher, Miss Linda. I looked up to her so much. She was my math teacher, and I'm not good at math.
What is your family/kids' favorite cookie?
Samoa's, I would say that's a pretty big fan favorite for my kids.
Is it okay to have dessert before dinner?
Great question. My kids would love that question too. I think in summertime, the rules become a little bit more flexible as long as you're having a nice balanced meal. Dessert can come when you like it, but I would typically prefer it.
What makes you feel bright?
My daughter. Every day when I feel a little bit like, oh gosh, should I do this? I go, Lily would do it.
I feel the same way about my kids, even though they're bigger now.
What is a skill every young girl should learn?
Really early on, one of the most important skills you can learn is to trust your gut. If it doesn't feel right, it's probably not right.
What's your superpower?
What's your superpower, he said. I mean, I was thinking as being a mom, all moms, I feel like we have superpowers because we juggle it all and, I don't know, enjoy it all with grace and grit at the same time.
Which Girl Scout cookie best describes your personality?
Oh, trefoil. It's classic and classic.
I can see trefoil for
It's
you.
like classic, it's sweet, and also it's all the same color and I like tonal dressing. It's the worst answer in the world.
How do these Girl Scouts inspire you?
These girls are so multi-dimensional and honest. Also just behind the scenes and getting to know them through this process, how they've all become close with each other and support each other.
It was incredible to bear witness to that, like in real time, and then also sharing it, like watching them share that when they watch Cookie Queens with an audience and feel the love and the connection that they're creating by their bravery to share the story. So
Like we're our own little troop.
Definitely.
Alright, oops. Alright,
Life is
so
full of surprises.
I shared both of these already in past videos, but for the sake of this video, I decided to just let it finish play. Okay, whatever's on the screen. Alright, the UK media doesn't understand how the entertainment industry works here. Every documentary that wants to be considered for major awards like the Oscars has a limited screen run. The film actually did quite well, is a theatrical and critical success. So there's me here responding 4 hours ago. They understand very well. It's just that they operate on lies. The second a situation occurs, if it is against the system or establishment, they automatically on a lie mode. Everything that comes out of their mouths is lies. Their words have to be against reality. They know the script. Alright, they put Harry and Meghan at different standard above everyone else on planet Earth. They know that they can't compare a documentary about Girl Scout to Blockbuster, but they do in order to say it failed. Then they run with the failed narrative and people eat it up. Alright, Palace British royal family and their mouthpieces, the British royal rats, are desperate for Harry and Meghan to fail. They're livid that it hasn't happened. They should look at how low energy really is failing at his inherited job. While I was editing the video I just finished, there's a lot of little politics here and there. When I was showing the King of Morocco, and it just clicked to me. Okay, I think William will be almost the same as that king, because it seems like some of the order that were taking place where the migrant going to the border of Spain, it probably had to do with that country the whole world is against right now. Okay, so they took control of the King of Morocco. He's like a freaking dummy over there, in my humble opinion. Alright, so Toby, egg, I think will be almost the same thing. Alright, Palace British royal family and their mouthpieces, the British royal rats, are desperate for Harry and Meghan to fail. They are livid that it hasn't happened. They should look at how low energy really is failing at his inherited job. All right, they don't care. They're gonna take control of him. He would be just a puppet, similar to what you see going on in the U.S. The fact that Roadside was willing to release this film in theater also gives Harry and Meghan street credit for being very astute producers, in addition to possibly being on the receiving end of an Oscar nod. And you know, I'm sure, was it Ford Fiesta's husband would love to, you know, when he opened his Ardent production thing, he would love to have that accommodation, that credit. But they operate on Ford, so whatever. I have 2 videos talking about him. All right, next tweet, REGAL fire. I think that's when they enter. I hope there's no music. Oh, good. All right, let me go. Harry and Meghan. You see what I like with Meghan? Look at her posture. When she's walking, accompanying Harry, and she's doing her freaking red carpet walks, her posture is so freaking on point. Look at her. Straight. And I'm sure Harry feel good and proud, you know, to have her by his side. All right, I'm gonna go. Look at her. Very straight. You don't see any curve, nothing, including her friend in the back too. Oh my God, these ladies. I mean, when people are being jealous, not the way to the derangers level. I'm not talking that kind of jealousy. When you see someone posture, intelligence, this kind of thing, that's what I'm a bit jealous of, but not to the extreme. Okay, look at her posture here. Very nice. All right. So we go. This glorious, fabulous. They all look, yeah, all of them. And when you look at her friend in the back, her posture is good. So only 2 comments. Next tweet, let's pause. The many funny Royalist AI, she tagged somebody. I think I put this on my community board. If I didn't, I took screenshot already. I just didn't put it. The many funny Royalist AI, she tagged somebody, shares sometimes remind me how easy we have it, meaning the squad. I could literally wake up and make 10 of these montage before breakfast. There's a laugh here. No AI involved. Just pure cuteness. On that note, happy Monday. 130 days left until Christmas. But the year just fly by. There's no music, so I mute it right away. So there's no AI here. Everything is all original. No manipulation. This one was so funny. Putting Meghan on the spot. She's gonna sing. That is so nice. That's nice. Okay, my mind has been on something else today, but I did find this earlier. Happy nearly Christmas. That's quite or something. Just keep in mind, these are adults who's acting like child in a funny way on social media. I prefer that, to tell you the truth, than the derangers manufacturing things to get your blood boil. Beautiful footage of Harry and Meghan, thank you. The uncomfortable thing about Kate AI is she always made more confident than real Kate is. They keep setting her up to deceive them. That's the bullying. Alright, it also makes you realize they don't like her. That woman is wasting away in front of our eyes, and the British media and the palace are very much aware they can't afford another woman being destroyed by the machine. She is the greatest threat to the monarchy. Okay, why am I smiling and all at the same time? Yes, okay, so I read everything. Let's go to the next tweet. This is JTB, I should have put it first, talking about Jason Arday. Let's pause. Alright, Jason Arday was 41. Before his death, the British tabloid picked apart his career, his accomplishment, and his life. His family says the relentless abuse, harassment, and misinformation took a devastating toll. Sound familiar? The British monstrous press need to be brought to accountability. That tweet that I just posted on my community board had to do with that. But anyway, let's listen to JTB so I could learn more. I mean, I have a pretty decent understanding of Jason Arday, but the very first time I come across, I wasn't aware of him at all. It's the squad who tagged me. But later when I found out, you know, he has autism and he beat that to a certain extent, and he reached the level of being a professor at a very prestigious university. And this is where haters and racists, jealousy come into play to take his life. And I truly believe, even though I don't know him personally, I think he took his academic very, very seriously. And for them to attack him on that aspect, all right, it was too much for him. Unbelievable. But the thing is that what they're accusing him of plagiarism, what I found out, he cited his information on his thesis. He cited, but the defense, they don't care. They don't care. All right, so let's listen to JTB. 3 minutes and 26 seconds and screenshot.
Jason Arday is dead at 41 years old. And before the British tabloid press moves on to their next victim, we need to talk about what they did to this man. Jason Arday was a black British sociologist who became the youngest black person ever appointed to a professorship at Cambridge. His rise should have been extraordinary. Then came the allegations of plagiarism and questions about parts of his biography. And the British press ruthlessly and viciously went after him. And so did their readers. They didn't stop with academic allegations. They started pulling apart his entire life, his career, his accomplishments, his fundraising, his athletic achievements, his personal history, story after story, headline after headline. Meanwhile, Jason was already dealing with racist abuse and threats. People close to him said the relentless negative coverage was causing him profound distress. His friend and colleague, Professor Sir Simon Baron-Cohen, spoke with him shortly before his death and described just how badly he was struggling with what was happening. Then Jason Arday was found dead. He was 41. His family said that the prolonged abuse, harassment, and misinformation took a devastating toll on him. Lord Simon Woolley called what happened to Jason a toxic, vicious witch hunt. And he has called for an investigation into the media's conduct. Wow. And here's where the British press needs to take accountability, because Jason Arday wasn't the only Cambridge academic caught up in plagiarism allegations. William O'Reilly, a white Cambridge associate professor, had a plagiarism complaint against him actually upheld by the university. More than 12 pages of published articles were reportedly taken almost word for word from essays written by one of his own undergraduate students. Cambridge determined his conduct negligent rather than deliberate. He kept his job. The British press? Crickets. Additional allegations involving other publications later surfaced. Now compare the coverage. Did you see the British tabloid press digging through every corner of William O'Reilly's life? Did you see his accomplishments turned into national headlines? Did you see relentless public humiliation? Because not a single person saw anything resembling nearly what happened to Jason Arday. Let's call out the difference. Jason Arday was black. William O'Reilly is white. Britain has a long overdue conversation to have about the way their tabloid culture treats people, particularly black people and other people of color who become targets. We've watched the British press do this before. Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, immediately comes to mind. We have watched years of relentless coverage directed at Meghan while she was publicly discussed, reaching a point where she didn't want to be alive anymore. Carolyn Flack, who sadly took her life, was another victim of British tabloid bullying. Human beings have limits. The British tabloids are to blame for Jason's death, and their consumers are complicit. Do you think Jason Arday would have been subjected to the same relentless media pylon if he had been a white Cambridge professor? And that's the read. If you like your tea hot, share it, save your seat, and follow for more. This is the Notorious JTB, notoriously opinionated, signing out.
And this is something I said in one of the videos, one of the tweets that were talking about him, is that I hope anyone who ever had any issues, whether it's through the media or whatever, any mental issues, is reach out. Don't be afraid, just reach out. I'm sure there are hotlines, places, whatnot. I didn't say that on the video previously, but I'm adding that. But seek out for help, because there are a lot of people out there who wants to help. All right, the media has an objective. Their objective is not you. They're just using you to get to their objective. So don't take it I mean, knock on wood, I never experienced this. I don't want to have any experience of that aspect at all because it's not fun. It's not. But reach out. Just reach out to anybody, friend, hotline, or anybody. All right. Okay. Let's see some of the comment. Oh, there's a video here. Was the late Professor Jason Arday academically lynched? The double standard or glaring analysis, rest in peace. All right, so this person, I'll come back to this. Let's read whatever is here. Okay, it's just what they did to Queen Meghan. The vicious racist, there's the thing here, a-holes. Maybe Arday's family will file lawsuit against the spineless British tabloid similar to what Prince Harry and Meghan Markle did. Is Nathan Kofnas the ultimate clan level racist and part responsible for Professor Jason Arday's death? Okay, I don't live in the UK, so I don't know everything that was said and on TV and things like that. If people don't share them on social media, I will not know, especially on X. So I'm not aware of it. I wasn't even aware of it until people start tagging me. All right, and the same creature that went after Jason have since been targeting his wife and kids. Oh my God. Who are these people? William O'Reilly, Nicholas Morrison, Rachel Reeves, and okay, I don't even know these people. Neri Oxman, John Haiti, Susanna Dickinson, Claudine Gay, Jason. Are these the victims? Are they victims? No, James O'Reilly. They say it was that the one he mentioned on that video, JTB. Okay, kept their job. Okay, forced to resign. Okay, I see. There's the thing here. Black student, Asian student, or student average. Okay, so they did some sort of a plagiarism. They kept their job, and this one they made them to resign. And then they sent their bulldog after them. But there's one video that I share with you, a TikTok video on past videos that had talking about Jason Arday, where the guy said, and he literally showed a screenshot. I don't know when I was showing the screenshot because I can't play the video completely. And it shows that where he got his information from, and he even cited where he got the information. All right, so let's listen to this and then I move to the next one. Joel documents how Professor Jason Arday was legitimately clear of plagiarism, with the main issue being poor referencing and the Spectator's Laura Brown's bias and anti-DEI reporting on this. Yeah, that's the thing that I was trying to say. I got from one of the videos that I've already... Was it him? I think it was him. He looks familiar. The video where it's poor, okay, what did he say? Poor referencing and the Spectator's Laura Brown. Yeah, but anyway, let's listen. Almost 3 minutes.
Professor in question, Jason Arday. Appointed at the age of 37, Professor Arday has been celebrated by Cambridge University, the BBC, and academic elites across the world as the youngest black academic in the university's history. Perhaps the real racism is the DEI ideology that led to Jason Arday being appointed in the first place. The soft bigotry of low expectations built on the implicit assumption that ethnic minorities need a leg up to succeed.
This is a blatant attempt to smear a successful black academic. Conservative journalists like Laura Brown and the journalists using this story to attack DEI keep saying plagiarism because it makes Jason Arday sound like he deliberately stole somebody else's work. The evidence we have does not prove deliberate theft. It shows bad referencing and error. Paula Zwozdiak Myers, the woman Arday is accused of copying, wrote this sentence in her 2009 PhD. 6 years later, Arday used the same wording and kept the same two sources underneath it. He should have made clear where the exact sentence came from. He failed to do so, and that is a genuine mistake. But you'll never guess what? Conservative journalists forgot to mention this part. Arday names Zwozdiak Myers 14 times and lists both her thesis and her book in his references. If he was trying to hide her, why tell his readers who she was 14 times? Someone compared both theses sentence by sentence and published the results. Most of the matching wording appeared in the opening chapters where previous research was being discussed. In the section covering Arday's own method, data and findings, only 29 out of 2,556 sentences matched. That is 1.1%. So where exactly is the stolen research? Liverpool John Moores investigated and reportedly concluded these were honest errors. It also accepted Arday had been badly let down by poor supervision. And this is important context. Arday is autistic. Research involving 54 autistic students found poorer planning and organisation were linked to academic process. This does not prove autism caused his mistakes, of course not, but it shows why proper supervision matters, especially when he barely received any. For comparison, look at the treatment of William O'Reilly. In 2023, Cambridge found this white historian had copied more than 12 pages from a student almost word for word. Its tribunal called it negligent rather than deliberate, and he kept his job. And this is crucial because where was the national panic about whether white men belonged in academia? Lara and others pile on marathons, fundraising claims, and every disputed story she finds around Jason Arday to smear him. None of this proves how a sentence entered his thesis years earlier. It is there to make you distrust him before the investigation has even concluded. And then she jumps straight to DEI, of course she does, without hiring records of proof of Cambridge lowering its standards for him. It's blatantly obvious. We see what they're doing. They have taken a black academic's referencing mistakes, stripped away everything pointing towards error, and sold this as suspicion of black achievements, as concerns for standards. We need to watch these people closely because we know what they're doing.
Alright, so yeah, that was him I shared in past video who explained the situation a bit clearer. So I'm glad I stumbled on it again. Alright, so I'll try to make it out on a short video. Again, it's not gonna be as he recorded it. I have to put screenshot, but at least the information, the sound you'll hear next week. Okay, let me pause this. Every 2 days, the same Prince William cries about his brother Prince Harry, who lives a happy and free life in the US, how he can't forgive Harry, how he will never forgive Harry, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, that's the B word. He heard you, we've heard you, move the F on. How many effing time do we need to hear the same SHIT? It's clear that William and his mouthpieces are using the conflict between him and Prince Harry to make him the victim and to keep him in the news, because there is nothing substantial that William has done to maintain his media presence. It is Harry this, Harry that. By the way, I'm proud of Prince Harry for completely ignoring William. Alright, so let's listen to that. 1 minute and 19 seconds. Ugly B, move on. Alright.
I work in newsrooms. It's a fact that every anti-Harry and Meghan story comes from Kensington Palace.
Much of the negativity towards the couple is coming from within the royal family. The royal family and staff of the royal family are the ones that are very often leaking these stories to the press.
I mean, they can deny it all they like till they're blue in the face, but there's been an awful lot of leaking, particularly from Kensington Palace.
I was told I could say what I want about Harry and Meghan, but I had to lay off William and Kate. That was the instruction from the editor.
The palace has a history of swapping stories. So if I am a reporter and I come to the palace and I say, I've got this like pretty scandalous headline about William, the palace would swap out that story for a story about Harry. They'd say, I'm going to give you this story about Harry if you'll kill this William story. So this has been going on literally for 20 years or so. Harry has been a victim of this forever. What we do know is that it's a PR strategy that the palace has done for decades. The palace absolutely has to paint Kate in the perfect light. And if that means running over Meghan Markle, to them, it's justified. Kate is going to be queen one day. So they're doing everything in their power to keep her innocent and pure.
Innocent and pure. Baggage forgot, that's all. British media do British royal family's bidding before Diana's death, especially during Chuck and Diana's divorce. Same cool attention was directed at a young boy after his mom's died. Billy just continues same tactics against Prince Harry. I heard he leaked Harry's army location to force Prince Harry back to cover him and wife's laziness. Oh my God. Baggage forgot. These people who use the royal family as their business. Monday, Harry cries to see William again. On Tuesday, it's William who cries to see Harry again. On Wednesday, Kate wants William and Harry to reconcile, provided that Harry obeys William's order. William sounds like a very spoiled toddler who needs to grow up. You and me both, that's that. Yeah, like I was saying, it's gonna be similar to what's going on. If I look deep on what's going on to the king of Morocco, I think I will find a lot of crazy things. Because the way that they manipulate the Moroccan and immigrants in that area to flood the Spaniard gate, I was like, yeah, that's what's gonna happen. He wants to maintain. I don't know. I need to look into it if I have time. This is your future king. I wonder what will happen if he falls in love, and insists on marrying a black woman. Will the rags go against him? Will the firm make him abdicate? Or will they use unalive the black woman he wants to marry? I know which I think they will do. Alright. Let me send, that's me here 12 hours ago. Let me send my energy to the future. If these evil people don't let nature work its course, let the end of them all be their destiny, whichever the true God sees fit. Alright. I don't think he will ever be in the situation. He's being raised by two parents who are white supremacists. He will likely have negative views about black women. Baggage for God, but you just never know. Sometimes you would think so, but again, nature sometimes will be surprise you. You just never know. Even worse, he might fall in love with a black man. You never know. Wow, now that would be interesting. What if he meets and falls in love with a white male? Alright, the issue of color has been tested within that family, in which they fell woefully in accepting Duchess of Sussex, but not sexuality. I wonder how they will handle that one, which will be more unacceptable to them. Color of the same sex relationship, I really don't know. Alright, black, when I thought Will was cool, I wondered the same thing about him. I still wonder. Alright, let's go to the next. The conversation sometimes described me. It's about the other brother. And then I have a prayer, and that'll be it. It never ceases to amaze me how two brothers born of the same womb can be so fundamentally different. Prince Harry, good-natured from birth, kind, sensitive, and courageous, saw the horrible things that happened to his mother and determined never to let the same thing happen to his wife. William, selfish from birth, entitled, rageful, and jealous, saw the horrible thing that happened to his mother and determined to inflict the same toxic behavior on his own brother. Even more, I think. Alright, same mother, same womb, two completely different men. Alright, the other brother showing now at a theater near you. There's me here, true story. Unfortunately, it does happen sadly. Girl, the other brother poster, Damien 2.0. That's the laugh here. William has Satan DNA. Please don't not forget, we all love both of them. Well, you do. I don't know. Both are a product of their environment and trauma, but it ends there. Well, William, ever since he was a kid, he showed this behavior of savagery, hitting his father in the head, walking in a room where his mom and dad were waiting for him, punching Diana's, close between her leg, but he didn't really hit her. But the mentality of it, it's like been in his blood. Okay, Prince William always had a very different and more respected role, especially within the family. Spares are discarded by their mid-20s, where family is miserable. There's one comment on there. Okay, please, let's not forget Will's tantrum and behaviors were widely known and frowned upon, and he became more likable as he matured into a good-looking young man in his late teens. Thank God for good PR. However, his true character never changed, as we see. Yeah, they never disciplined him. Two different training. One was prepared like his cheated father to be revengeful, hold on to pettiness, selfish, and a horrible, unforgiving, harmful human being, while the other was raised by a mother he emulates, admires, and adopts her kindness and compassion. William is a lost cause. That's true. Isn't Harry the one that used to kick the guards hard and run away, as well as pinching a claw of people? Why are they mentioning things that I've seen in pictures of William doing? His nanny said he was born angry. I think she will know the F better than the woman. That's all. I was like, I think you're describing your future king. Less black. Okay, I'm done. Alright, you could pause and read more. Alright, this is a prayer, and then I'm done. Oh my God, 43 minutes. I can't believe this. Alright, amen. Prayer for Has, Meg, Archie, and Lily. The Lord bless you and keep you, Harry, Megan, Archie, Lilibet, Diana, and Miss Doria. The Lord makes his face shine on you and be gracious to you. The Lord turns his face toward you and gives you peace. Numbers 6:24-27. In Jesus' name, amen. She uses that picture. And again, amen, amen. Alright, so that's that. strong, resilient, and kind. All right. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. New subscribers, welcome. And like I said, what was the two promotion that I was using? I said Barnes & Noble and Kids Foot Locker, and I think these are good for upcoming school. All right, there's Kids Foot Locker. If you want to go shop, I'll try to put the link of Foot Locker. And what was the other one? Barnes & Noble. Where is it? These are the two one I'm promoting here. Foot Locker. I don't see Barnes & Noble, but I mentioned it in the video, so I could use it as a promotion for this video because of books, especially college student. Hey, I hope you save your money, whatever you did over the summer, because college textbooks are very expensive. So go shop at Barnes & Noble and click on whatever description that I'll be putting regarding Barnes & Noble. All right, that's another way you guys could help support me. I keep on forgetting to do this. I think this is a new way. I'll start doing some stuff, see what affiliate I could document or connect with this whatever video I'm making, and then use that, and you guys could help support my channel, because as you can see, YouTube is not letting it be. All right, so that's it. Thanks for watching.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness, and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life.
You are all in this together, and if I may speak personally, we are all in this together, because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better.